Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to WizdomDropz. Yo, so it's my daily drops of wisdom and Seven Astrology. My name is Tonia, and today we are discussing the Libra full moon for you, air signs. If you are a Libra, hello, congratulations, happy full moon, a Gemini or an Aquarius, ascendant, sun, or moon, then this video is for none other than you. So we're going to dive into it. I'm going to look through sign by sign for you and just go over what you can expect for the energies. Also, I'll say I did 2 videos on the Libra full moon. One of them is the astrology chart, and you can just read all the astrology. The other one is a vibe report. So I invite you to look at those for just a more like comprehensive overview of what the whole moon is like. I'm vibing with this super gorgeous oak tree today. Thank you, oak tree, much appreciated. And we're going to get into these horoscopes. So before we do, everybody, if you're looking to learn astrology and you're serious about it, I'm offering an astrology school. You can actually see what my students have to say about this by viewing that video I just did. So there's a little commercial, a WizdomDropz commercial that's supposed to pop up somewhere around here. So you can go ahead and click on that if you want to learn more. You can also just go to my previous uploads and it'll be there. Sorry for the motorcycle noise. I hope it's not too loud on the screen. But with that said, yeah, let's jump into these horoscopes. Thanks to everybody who is liking this content with the like button and subscribing to this channel and hitting the like button. It means a lot. So it's really nice to see that, you know. I should be sharing my screen. Start broadcast. Cool. All right, so we're gonna start. You should see the screen now, and we're gonna start with Gemini. So Gemini, this full moon is happening in your 5th house of Libra. So this is gonna be all about your passion projects, your creations, and if you have children, your children, also just your self-expression. The 5th house is really connected with self-expression, and it's from a higher, like Shakti kind of vibration. It's more about like creative energy and creative expression of your essence, if you will. So I think that just that is going to be great for y'all, especially with Mars being in your sign. With Gemini energy, you might feel like Mars being in your sign has caused you to be more aggressive than usual, or more petty than usual, or just more combative than usual. So you know, that's something to be aware of, because that north node there, it already brings a certain level of ambition and energy and what is it called, like opportunistic energy, if you want to call it that. But you add Mars to that equation in the 1st house, and that's just going to be, now there's a helicopter, I'm sorry, this is a loud day, but they're coming for us. No, I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. But in all seriousness, though, you know, Gemini, you could be feeling like you definitely have some focus that you need to bring yourself back to in relationship to relationship. Because at the end of the day, Venus is the ruler of Libra, and Venus is in that 11th house. And 11th house is about friends and networks and groups that you're part of, or like ancillary friends, the far out there friends you just know, but you're not like, you don't talk to every day, but you know you could call for a favor kind of thing. Those 11th house kind of contacts and networks and groups and just people and organizations and social media even, you just might be noticing that there's like something there in relationship to any of those things I just said that is causing you pain, or that is like not the best for you if you are a Gemini. So just be aware of that, Gem. Don't get caught up in the BS. Don't get caught up in the drama. Don't get caught up in anything coming at you right now with that, because you know you're definitely more susceptible than most signs at this time to fall into that. And also with like the 5th house being activated there with the moon, just know that it is a time to enjoy yourself and find your pleasures, but you're being called to heal something, and it might be you're healing something through enjoyment, or you might be you're celebrating something to get through a wound. I don't know, but there's some connection there between what's wounded and what is being healed. So Gemini, if you're looking to learn astrology once and for all, the link for that is down below. Spots are filling up. Do not delay, because they might not be there by the time you are. Thank you to everybody who has been liking this content, subscribing, all that jazz. And we're going to go into, I guess we're going to go into Aquarius. Aquarius, this full moon is happening in your 9th house. So the ninth house is all about your higher knowledge and your wisdom. And it's also your belief systems about the world and how the world works and how it functions and how it needs to function and should function. It's also how you view other cultures if you are an Aquarius. So just be aware, Aquarius, that if you're trying to view your, other cultures in a certain type of way at this point in time, it's because you're viewing them in a certain type of way because you're wounded. You know what I'm saying? And also, like, you're being called to heal woundedness in your perceptions right now, because the dispositor of that ninth house is Venus, conjunct Chiron and the sun. So you're supposed to be illuminating where it is you're wounded in relationship to relationships within a cultural belief system context that is the ninth house, Libra, full moon. You understand how that all pieces together? So I think for high vibe Aquariuses who are like, I don't think it's really that for me, it might just be realizing where you're wounded in relationship to higher knowledge. And maybe you have a school burn. Like maybe you're like, I need to go back to school. Or maybe you're like, I need to drop out of school. But there's something with higher education, like post high school, where you're realizing like, this is the way I need to go, or this isn't the way I go. Or maybe you're realizing you're in school and it's like, ouch, there's a pain here and that hurts really bad. And I need to focus on that to heal that because I can't keep not healing that. So there's something here for you, Aquarius, like that. Definitely be aware of that in your interactions with life. And other than that, I think it really comes down to like joy and having fun and communicating yourself. And you're being asked above all the signs to communicate. Third house, Aries, Chiron, Venus, the sun. Okay, all in that third house of communications. You're being called to communicate your woundedness in relationships. Where is it in relationships that you need to focus on healing and that you have a wound that you need to communicate that you're not currently communicating? Do not be petty and hide things right now. It will only come back to burn you. This is a purging full moon. So use it for what it is and speak your truth, Aquarius. Be bold, even if your voice shakes. All right, we're going to move on to Libra, last but not least. All right, Libra. Let's go. This is your full moon. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you, bad boy, man boy? No, just kidding. Do you remember that show? That was a fun show. Not really, but it was kind of entertaining. It was like Jerry Springer level entertaining. A little bit better, I would say, because you get to observe a little more. But anyway, um, that digression aside, Libras. This is your full moon. You only get one full moon a year, generally speaking. So this is your time to really come into some terms with some stuff, come into some awarenesses, some benefits, some ripened fruits are coming finally. You only get one a year, you know what I'm saying? So this is your full moon. And this is basically your time to really acknowledge the fact that you've been putting in this work. You've been putting in what you've been putting in, and it's time for you to be rewarded, or it's time for you to be aware of what it is that is the product of what you've been creating. So the dispositor of this placement, right, of Venus or of Libra is Venus. And if you look at this chart in front of you, Venus is in Aries. And so Venus, okay, Venus is being burnt by the sun, and she just got through Kazemi cycle. So she just got through that exact conjunction with the sun. And so she is now purified from being burned by the sun. And she's also conjunct Chiron, though, which means that there is a certain sense of woundedness that's still being brought up in terms of yourself, because Venus is you. If you're a Libra, you're Venus ruled, and Venus is conjunct Chiron. So she's like in an awareness of her woundedness and where it is that she can help herself through helping others and healing herself and healing others. So it's like a very like kumbaya, like you're being asked to like heal yourself, Libra, and also the perpetual imbalance that you witness. And you're really being called to like better navigate that and better balance that. And also just be aware of where it is in relationship that you have been dealt a raw deal and where maybe you've been dealing a bit of a raw deal. It just depends. And more than anything, Libra, I think this full moon, looking at the chart, is really trying to tell you to get clear on healthy boundaries in your relationships and eliminate toxic people. This is not the time to be partaking in their drama. It's the time to disconnect from people who are casting, judgment on you and unnecessarily. And, look at this beautiful grand trine witnessed here, just observing that. And observing the other thing around this, which is, shortly after the moon perfects is this grand trine. But the other thing to observe is that V-sextile with Venus at the apex and Mars and Saturn in aspect. So I just think that's worth noticing, worth mentioning, and just saying that I think relationships are destined to be healed, because we're not nerding out as much about the astrology in this video. We're talking more about like, what does it mean? So you're definitely, your prospects of healing relationships are good, Libra. But with that Mars in your 9th house, you need to learn with the North Node there, when to sever. From a philosophical vantage point, when do you sever? And with Saturn in your 5th house, basically you have the 2 malefics in your 2 joyous houses. You know what I'm saying? So your joy at this time, Libra, becomes severance, is what I'm trying to really deeply interpret for you. You understand? So Libra, it's a time for you to sever, cut cords that no longer serve, girl, boy. That's my suggestion. I hope it serves you. You know it did, so hit that like button. And if you want to learn astrology once and for all, you know where the WizdomDropz Astrology School is. It starts in the description box down below. With that said, thank you to everybody for all your support, all your love, and I hope that this video served you. Thank you for all the support again. And with that said, through next time, until next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.